Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Asian Persuasion Show here on CITAM ChurchOnline. We've had a very interesting interview with Dr. Manu Chandaria. And if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Dr. Manu Chandaria, thank you and welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
How have you been from the last time we had our interview?
Well, number one is I just got a little bit older.
Doc, your world, when we think about the name Dr. Manu Chandaria, the first thing that comes into mind is business. And we will be discussing a little bit about that. But you piqued my interest because, as I mentioned, my wife is from Gujarat. And if I wanted to visit Gujarat and take Anisha to see her Usha go, as it were, what are the best places? What places do you think we should visit? What are the good sites?
Well, the first thing, the timings are always November, December, January.
That's a good
it's
season.
Cooler
Okay.
time, yeah.
Okay.
And first you should go and show her where we all came from. That's Jamnagar, and nearby Jamnagar there are 52 villages. And she will know from her father where he or her parents or his father came from.
Right.
To show you the precise villages which are so poor and so basic in life, and then come back and see what you are now. You know, the comparison is very much necessary to put your mind that, look, the growth does not come. And you'll see from villages, I was not born in a village, so I don't know. But my father was.
Yes.
And if I saw that here, these were the conditions,
Right.
then they will start appreciating life. That, oh my God, from where to where?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Would there be any good sites or any, touristy destinations if we're visiting?
Oh
as well?
yeah, I think the Gujarat has got many interesting places.
Really?
Especially the Abu, where the main Jain religions are concentrated. It's a beautiful place. It's in a hill station, just like Nairobi.
Wow.
And at the same time, the temples that you see, you would not think how a human being can build it. And it said that when they're carving, once they come to some shape, after that carving, to put them exactly to the whatever carving comes out is weighs again the gold.
Wow.
So it's a great.
It must be stunning.
And then various other places, because there are so many Maharajas there.
Yes.
So each one has got a palaces, and they built so many things which are very different. And all of them were competing with each other. How many times he has gone to Paris? So Maharaja of Jamnagar would, or Maharaja of Bhavnagar would say X amount.
Yeah.
And they were competing, and then they started also thinking how to build their own. And because of that, each one has got a unique items in its country.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I've been brushing up my Gujarati a little bit, Toruk Gujarati Aviche, just so that when I do go to Gujarat, I'll be able to greet people. But maybe you could teach us here on the show, how do you respectfully say hello to a member of your community? If you have a Jain friend, or our brothers and sisters watching online have a Jain friend, how would you say hello to them?
Kem cho tame.
Kem cho tame. And you must do the hand thing, huh?
Kem cho.
And
that's a feeling of just asking him how you are.
Yes.
And the answer might not be there. You might say, yes, I'm okay. I'm well. I'm not well.
So what would the response be? What would the response be for Kem cho?
Bas majama cho.
Majama cho.
I'm happy. I'm all right.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. I find language absolutely fascinating. Having been brought up and born and brought up in Kenya, you must speak a little bit of Kiswahili.
Yeah, well, it's what we call is kitchen Swahili. And that Swahili has given me also an opportunity even to address my 2,000 people or 3,000 people.
Wow.
I would address them. But it will not be, but what you write today, what is written today or newspaper, I cannot even follow it.
Would be able to follow it, huh?
Absolutely.
But
Impossible.
but you can understand and you can give some
Yeah,
few.
but even understanding, sometimes I read it and understanding is also not there. The other day somebody sent me some three or four, 5 lines. And I said, sorry, I feel ashamed.
Yes,
I wrote, I feel ashamed
yes.
that living in this country and I cannot understand Swahili.
But one thing that I've learned to respect is that if somebody doesn't speak a certain dialect or language, they probably have a storehouse of other languages that they do speak. So apart from English, do you speak any other languages?
Yes,
Gujarati?
I speak Hindi, yeah, and Swahili, Gujarati, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 4 languages more or less, yeah. But I can
Fantastic.
speak fluently all those, yeah.
fantastic. That's beautiful. Wonderful. Doc, I really want to get a little bit more into your academic journey. We talked about a little bit here in primary school education, but I see or I've come to learn that you have 6 doctorates to your name. Tell me, did that all happen here in Kenya or were you studying abroad? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, my father had only 4 vernacular, and he could not speak, read, or write English. My mother was illiterate. We started teaching my mother how to write at the age of 53.
Wow.
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
my father, right from the beginning, said that if the future of my children is to be any different than mine, then they must educate themselves.
Sure.
There's no way. And he just insisted. There were 2 ways of looking at it. If the guy is ready, why don't you take them into your own company so that the company can expand? Or you say, no, I'm sorry. You study, once you finish, you come.
Right.
So that means that's a sacrifice that they really go through, but wanted to make it happen. And so when he said that, no, I'm sorry, he would not know anything, get us at 5 o'clock in the morning. Indians feel that if you read anything in the morning, it'll stay here. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, whether we put the book upside down, he would not know.
Yes.
So, but he would be insisting.
Yes.
And the amount of push that he kept on giving us.
This is your dad.
Yeah.
He put pressure on you to study.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not to all the family members,
Right.
because he was the eldest.
Yeah.
So all the family members,
Yeah.
and nothing doing. School, and study. There is no alternative.
Yeah.
But when it came down that when we finished our senior Cambridge or matriculation, and he said, no, go further, university. Now, a person who has not been more than 3rd standard thinks about university and pushed us. Not only that, we finished our university. Myself and my brother said, go to United States. So the point is that the magnanimity and wanting to get your children
Yeah.
to somewhere,
Right.
and some place,
Sure.
and somebody, it took a lot of pressure from them to us.
So did you study business or what was your focus? Because I mean, like, this is, like I said, Dr. Manu Chandaria, business.
No,
Did
no,
you study business?
I studied physics and chemistry.
Physics and chemistry?
Okay, then I went over there to study petroleum engineering in America.
Uh-huh.
And I asked myself after 1 semester, I said, what am I going to do? There's no oil in Africa. The only oil they found out was in Persia, one place. There's no oil in India. So why am I doing this? So my friend next door asked me, why don't you join aeronautical? I said, well, what am I going to do with aeronautical engineering?
Yeah.
So I then decided the best thing is that let me go for mechanical engineering and work on it. And that worked very well because when I came, I joined a manufacturing company.
Okay.
And so it was a good background for me
Okay.
to be a mechanical engineer.
So mechanical engineering. So you were very hands-on in industry then.
Yes, absolutely.
But then where's the transition? How does that, going from, fixing and mending to where you are? Tell us a little bit about that because that's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, well, it's about 1949. We were partners with Aruna's family, my wife's family, and our family. And they broke. Once they broke, the assets were distributed. And to us, our original business of grocery meant supply of provision, very large provision merchants in this country. So that's, and Kalu Works, manufacturing, employing 40 people, manufacturing pots and pans, came to us. And by then, 1950, we came over here. He said, here is the place, work. And that started to see how we can make from 40 and, to something which is workable. Wow. And I think that the first 2 years we had to work very hard, 6 o'clock in the morning until about 8 in the evening. And then again at night, there were night shifts. We started the night shifts. Again, if there's something wrong, we had to go, get up and go. So all that gave us a possibility, and in 2 or 3 years' time, from 40 people, we became 200 people.
Wow. It sounds like a lot of work. Were there ever times that you thought about just throwing in the towel, just giving up?
No, because the question is that it was a race in sense, if our parents had built up to here and spent so much time and money on us, giving us the best of the education, then why aren't we doing anything about it? So it was very interesting that when 4 of us, my brother, elder brother, my eldest cousin, and my younger cousin, 4 of us put together. Each one of them graduated. He graduated from California. I graduated from the engineering. My other brother graduated from India, civil engineering, cousin. Another graduate commerce. So we said, come on now. We are educated up to this standard, and we are working with a 40 people company.
Yeah.
What is it? Come on, let's go outside and work for ourselves. I will be a chief engineer in no time. The other fellow will also become a chief accountant or something in no time.
Yeah.
Why should we bother about this? And then it dawned upon us after, it was almost every third day discussion.
Right.
And it dawned upon us, look, if our parents had done so much of sacrifice to do what we are here today,
Yes.
and now we say thank you, bye-bye.
Yes.
We are on our way. And immediately it says nothing doing. Whatever it is, this is the family and you're going to bring it up.
So family business and children joining the family business. Do you think, Dr. Manu, that is one of the key strategies or reasons for success that Indians have had in, securing and anchoring their niche in the market, in that it's something that it's generational?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the question is, it's only families look at towards that. There's no way you can, as I said, we can always look outside and say, I'll be this and I'll be that. But then, once you are in it, it gives us huge opportunity. And that's why wherever the Indians have gone, whether it's East Africa, whether it's Middle East, or whether it's America, or US, wherever, UK, wherever they've gone, they've been always successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you advise a Kenyan young person whose father has built a business empire and he's thinking, well, I don't want to get into, let's say, clearing and forwarding like my dad. I want to venture into my own thing, my own dreams, my own future. What's your advice to someone like that?
My advice would be that sorry, it's not possible. If you want to grow anywhere on your own, it'll take the same time as your father grew. So don't take that decision at all. Jump in the train which is moving, and you can then move faster. But don't just say, "Oh, I want to do it myself," and you fail. And many of them have failed because it's not a possibility. The question is that joining the business of family business is the correct way of really going through, because then it's yours. It's not somebody else's. While you're working for somebody else, it's somebody else's. This is yours. It pains, it hurts when things are not going right. So I think that to me, a businessman's son, first opportunity, join the business.
The family business. Well, there is this saying that family and business don't mix, and that might not be an Indian idea. What is your perception about this? Don't mix your business and family.
No,
there is that other, the extreme end of looking at that side of it.
No, I think that the point is that if you want to be successful, then you want to be in the business and make it successful.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the point is that you've got a choice, either choice of being a chief engineer somewhere, but then what? I've not been able to build anything. But you see, the family gives you a platform to grow.
Yeah.
The capacity is yours now.
Yeah.
But it does not, it allows you to stand on somewhere where you think that it can grow. And it grew. And we prove it out, not we. Many, hundreds of Indian families over here, from nothing they grew to something.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they stayed in the business.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. I love the fact that, the ownership of the business, because like you're saying, if the business doesn't do well, that's affecting the food that's on my table.
Absolutely.
And that's a great motivator for any young person,
Absolutely.
and also the fallback and safety of the family. If you make mistakes, you're not probably going to be fired.
No.
We'll correct you in love as a parent.
In family, there's no hiring and firing.
Yes.
You're there.
Yes.
Unless you get out yourself, that's a different question.
Very, very interesting, very interesting. Dr. Manu Chandaria, there are probably some young people that are aspiring entrepreneurs that are watching us today. What would be your finest, most sober advice to them, apart from what you've already told us about staying in the business? What else would you advise a young person watching this show with regards to business?
Sure. If you want to achieve anything, there are basically few things. Hard work. You cannot avoid hard work. If you think that you can take a shortcut, it doesn't work. Number one. Number two, honesty and integrity. So the people can believe in you, not otherwise. And the third thing is keep the promise. Whatever you do, whatever you say, keep the promise. Because if you have that fundamental idea of keeping the promise, you will work hard to meet that promise. And I think that is the principle. The money, the opportunity is all secondary. But this fundamentally mental, if I'm not prepared to work hard, sorry. If I'm not honest and my integrity is doubtful, sorry. You might go a little bit, but then you'll fall. And I think that these are, and then promise of whatever you do, you must commit, and commitment, fulfillment. That's so all the younger entrepreneurs, please remember, we didn't become this big overnight. It took a lot of hard work. And we kept on our side, we never did a wrong thing. Absolutely, and that's give. And third, we kept the promise. To whoever we said, we'll deliver, means we'll deliver. So that will make the best out of you.
Those are very powerful golden nuggets of wisdom from from your wisdom and wealth of experience, Dr. Manu. Thank you so much. A quick one: would there be any mistakes that you had made in your life that we could learn from, so as not to repeat in the future as young entrepreneurs? What mistakes do you think Dr. Manu has made in life?
The mistakes many a times you make that you know everything. You don't. The mistake, you don't respect successful people or people who are really guiding you. That's a mistake you make. But normally, if you want to succeed, everything around you must be working for you, with you. And if this is not working, overcome that with love, with respect, with discussion, with talk. Finally, making sure that it's not a hindrance. Even if if it does not help, let it not be hindrance. So when you want to run, there are people who are just prepared to put little bit like this, and you'll fall. So
they'll trip you up.
So that integrity, and to me, everybody fails, and failure is a part of life. And you fail, you get up. The capacity of getting up remains in conviction that you want to win. If you win, you will fall. Doesn't make difference. Get up again. We must have made mistakes and grown out of the mistakes. So nothing is foolproof, but this has to be foolproof.
Right.
At it, want to make it, want to make it happen, it'll happen.
Amazing, amazing. Doc, just for knowledge and understanding, you have established quite a few businesses of your own. Would you mind mentioning just a few of the businesses that you that would be in your family?
Yeah, we're just aluminium businesses, then steel, Color Works, steel, Safal, Mobati Rolling Mills.
Mobati Rolling Mills is one of yours.
And then we had many other businesses. We had a paint business, we sold it out. We had number of businesses we had, we sold it out. Now we have become only specialized in two. In this part of the world, Africa.
Yeah.
Outside, electronics, IT, modern. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Manu, for all the time that you've given us on the show. Just a parting shot. You've said so many things. Just one final thing that you feel that maybe you've not said that you'd want the young people of Kenya to know with regards to business and success.
Well, we started with a little small aluminium plant with 40 people. So we expanded aluminium. We expanded then steel. We started roofing, pipes, steel roads, everything that deals with steel. And then we started looking at other businesses and acquire. One time we had about 18 different businesses. Then it dawned upon us that no, you can't become number one if you want to be, then you got to concentrate again. So we sold out many of them.
Yeah.
And so right now, in all of Africa, that we got Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Zambia, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, wherever you go, all the businesses are related mainly for aluminium or steel.
Yeah.
There might be odd here or there other companies, but normally attention is this. Why the attention is that? Same suppliers of raw material, same know-how continues from the one country, second country, third country. No know-how doesn't change because you've gone from here to Tanzania. And the third is that suppliers remains the same. If I built a good relationship in Kenya, then obviously want to do the business in Tanzania. So I think that it gives you a lot of possibilities then. Yeah.
Thank you. And that's from the business magnate himself, Dr. Manu Chandaria, here on CITAM ChurchOnline. That's all the time we have. Please remember to subscribe. Please like our videos and also join our online community on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.